Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So we're going over today to St. Peter's Brewery and it's for a homebrew. Have I got the box? In a minute. That's not the right box, is it? No. Where's the box? Well, I can't find the box. So I'm boxless in Seattle. So it's for the Ruby Red beer, St. Peter's Ruby Red. Now, St. Peter's Ruby Red, as far as I remember, because I haven't got a chuffing box, although I can do a quick Google, and thank God for the internet. St. Peter's Ruby Red. I have never had a St. Peter's beer on cask. I would love to have St. Peter's on cask. Not even when I was in Norfolk did I get a chance. You know, I wish I had it done, obviously. So St. Peter's Ruby Red Ale, Suffolk, and ABV, I'm sure it's 4.3%. For some reason I can't see the ABV. Let me just zoom in. Yep. Sweet, peppery red ale, and something fruits. I can't read it properly. I don't know where the box is. I had the box. I bet it's upstairs. So here we go. It's fermented now. It's been a few weeks and it's got a lovely dark looking pour to it. Let's pour this out and see how we go. Ooh. Chuff me. That's lively. Let me get a different bottle. Right. Oof. Blimey heck, that was lively. You can hear it coming up. So obviously when you do homebrew, this is always going to be a thing. You put the sugar in for secondary fermentation, and you have to let the air, when it goes solid, because obviously as you crack open the bottle, all that what would be like a sediment in the bottom turns back into, it's just where it's settled, and it turns now, for beer review purposes, I probably should have done it off camera. But sometimes it's nice to see, you know, the other side of things. Because if someone pours a perfect pour and you don't see what could happen, then how are you ever going to learn yourself? You crack open that, you do your brewing, and the beer looks good. And the funny thing is, I've took this up the house. And I've cracked it open in the house, and I've not had that issue. So it's probably because it's been a bit warm today, and it's invigorated a bit more. By the back door where I store it, it's a little bit more sheltered and a bit cooler than the shed. So that obviously might calm the beer down. So there we go. And you can see that is very lively. I may have just picked the two wrong bottles because I've took it up the house already and I've had no issues whatsoever. So it might be I picked from the wrong bag. It's just what it is, you know, things happen. And don't tell me to get to the beer any quicker. But yeah, stuff happens. These annoying little flies in here, they do my nutting. St. Peter's Brewery, you know, one of my absolute favourite breweries. I am all day long more of a trad beer drinker than I am a full-on craft beer drinker, and I have no, and like I see from people on social media, sometimes there's what's the word? And a similar thing to people who wear posh clothes and people who wear normal clothes. This snobbery, as it were, and I do see that in the craft beer world. Sadly, you know, there's no need for it. We all wear what we wear. We all drink what we drink. As long as we enjoy what we drink, and we can afford to drink what we drink, so we enjoy what we drink. You know, I look at the world of craft, and hence why I do my own brewing. I look at the world of craft, and when you're paying £6 for a third of beer, which equates to 18 quid a pint. 18 quid a pint is a hell of a lot of money. And sometimes those beers aren't ridiculous ABV either. It's just the fact that it's a certain name of a brewery who command, supposedly, that costing. I do wonder about that, you know. Lots of breweries sell their beer a lot cheaper and still make good profit, and obviously know that to brew a beer for that in that reason. So it does make me wonder, and it's a question in an interview that I'd love to do with brewers around. Whether any brewer would really want me to do an interview, I'd probably scare the hell out of them, because yeah. And there we go. You see, now the top's took out. It's took that bite out of it. So now it's fully pourable, albeit with a rather large head. So I'll put the cap back on. And there we go. So that's the ruby red rather. Not as actually as dark as it normally looks. I assume that's just because of the fact that it's been mixed up a bit. You know, it's not come from a bottle conditioned bottle. It's homebrew to replicate St. Peter's Ruby Red. There's a nice sweet aroma with a slight pepperiness on that aroma. And I brewed this primarily at the ABV that St. Peter's and Muntons, you know, the 4.3%. So it's an exact replica. Did nothing to it. The only difference is probably when I bottle, it's slightly hazy where it would be crystal clear if it was St. Peter's. That's a homebrew thing, you know. I've already poured a bottle out where it was crystal clear. So it may have just been the fact that it's been warm in here today, and it's got the yeast activated, whereas you put it in the house, you cool it down, and then you pour, and it kills off the, you know, the massive explosion of sediment and that goes up. But nonetheless, so yeah, it would be clear. It's not. So, you know, it is what it is on that. I need to get, and I've been looking, and it may be the fact that I have to go directly to St. Peter's. I need to get a bottle of Ruby Red so I can do a taste comparison. Yes, mine is probably a bit hazy, but a look at the foam, the colour of the beer, and more importantly, the taste of the beer, one against the other. and do that comparison, so that people out there can look at these and think, do you know something? I'd like to brew that. Sometimes, you know, let's be fair, it was 22 quid for the kit. 40 pints from the Ruby Red kit. There's 40 pints. In that 40 pints, we are looking at a total of 55 pence a bottle. Or a pint even. Yeah, bottle pint. 500 versus 568. I class 500 as a pint anyway these days. And to be honest, most glasses are actually 500. You don't get many 568 glasses these days. So you may be being robbed on some respects, but you'll find out that most times you'll not put, if I'm putting a beer into a glass, that 500 mils fills the glass. So that 68 mils is actually not quite a full pint. And to test that, you could do it with water, so there's no fizziness. Put water and try and go up to the 568. It'd be interesting. And I don't think it's the place people are trying to rob you. It's just the fact that metric, you know, over the old imperial, but people still call it a pint. 68 mils is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, if that was the case. So, I love Ruby Red, and it might be that this needs a bit more time to age. You know, maybe it's a little bit fresh still, because obviously I'm not doing the same processes that St. Peter's would do. Obviously, you know, I'm doing from a kit where they do from grain. They've got better kit to brew in rather than the plastic bucket. But the beer itself, absolutely lovely. And off camera, I've had a crystal clear reddish pour of this, whereas this, it didn't ignite the sediment at the bottom. And I've took it up the house and poured a beer, and obviously it's been a bit cooler in the house than it is in the shed. And it poured a beautiful clear reddy colour. It is what it is, you know. On camera it's going to show me up. In reality, maybe not. But yeah, very enjoyable. 55 pence a pint, or 500 mils, whatever. 55 pence though. You brew it yourself. You can't fault it. You absolutely. If you're on a budget, yes. If you want the true thing, go straight to St. Peter's. Go and buy their beers. Go and get them in, you know, crate cases, and enjoy the beer at its premium. And if you see it on cask anywhere, please let me know. Near Nottingham. I'd love to see it. But if you do fancy brewing their beer, you may not get it 100% as St. Peter's do. You're not a professional brewer. I'm not. But there are times when you'll get it near as damn it. And I've had it near as damn it up the house, whereas here, obviously, as you can see, it's a bit more hazy. Same colour, tastes the same, just a bit more hazy. Super sessionable, 4.3%. You know, it will go down a treat. Would I drink this again? Yep. I've got a load of bottles down there with my name on, which are going on holiday with the happy drinkers over to Filey, and I may take some to Bridlington as well, to Brid Brewer. I may take him some beers and see what he thinks of my brewing processes, as it were, but also to Prestatyn. So 2 holidays coming up. These beers are going over, and then I'll start brewing again for more holidays. And yeah, it's kind of my thing, brewing the beers. And obviously I'm going to drink the majority, you know, these things happen. And do the odd review, maybe do the odd live. But it's all about enjoying beer. You know, I can't always afford, like most people, can't always afford to pay silly prices. So I do what I do and brew myself and get the beers. You know, it may not be perfect, but you know, as long as I'm getting that, what I'm supposed to be getting, the taste of the beer, at a price that's amazing, you know, I can't fault it. You know, and for that, St. Peter's, I absolutely applaud what they do. 6 different beer kits. I need to get the honey porter before it dies away, apparently. But yeah, 6 different beer kits, and all well worth brewing. Anyway, would I drink it again? Absolutely. Out of 5. If I was going to give a score, a good 4.3 out of 5 for my own benefit. But yeah, cracking beer. Thank you for watching. See you soon.